In the last build episode, we finally got the lift kit on this vehicle and the tires and wheels on, and it's starting to look the part of an Overland build. But for this week, we're not slowing down at all, with a myriad of parts going on that are gonna change the look even that much further. So let's get into it. But the truth is, functionality is what we're going for, and right up front, Team MSCparts.com's half doors are going to be huge, both looks and functionality. And let's be honest, nets are not anyone's first pick. So getting rid of the stock nets for these really unique and super thick at 5/8 inch HDPE doors is very high up on my list of must-haves for this build. They feature a dual stage latch, so even if you don't fully latch the door, it won't swing open when driving. Both front and rear are suicide opening. Because they're HDPE, like our skid plates we installed earlier, they're very light and they don't stress the door hinges from excess weight. They also won't bleed rust when you scratch through paint like steel doors, and they also won't chip paint because, you guessed it, they're poly. They are engraved with the Team MSC Parts logo and also swing super wide for entry and exit of the vehicle. So up next, Team MSCparts.com also hooked us up with their rear cab windshield that's lightly tinted, as well as a Super ATV front flip-out windshield. The rear lightly tinted windshield is made from thick and strong polycarbonate and goes on really easily. This rear windshield will keep dust from swirling inside the cab because of the negative pressure created from the front windshield, so it's a must-have if you put on the front glass. The front hydraulic strut-assisted poly shield is made of 1/4 inch poly, and it's claimed to be 250 times stronger than glass and 25 times stronger than acrylic. What I take from that? It's better. It also features an XR optic hard coating that makes it much more scratch resistant on both sides, so everything that touches the windshield won't necessarily leave a permanent mark. It also won't yellow over time as the UV punishes it. Install is easy with heavy duty cage clamps and beefy poly surround that makes for a rattle and squeak free product after install. The opening system is also adjustable so you can have it closed, fully open, or just vented to help give you a little bit of breeze. Now when it comes to exterior protection, we haven't really done a whole lot besides our CFMOTO skid plates, so let's have a look at what ThumperFab offers for this rig. Up first, I'd like to put on their wicked beefy Nerf Rails. These things are incredible and beautifully made and thought out. Aside from the precision ends, the precise clear-out reliefs, and the strong mounting points, these Nerf Rails do add a great practical entry foot placement point that helps with this rig now being so big and tall. The CNC laser cut from American steel rails are made in the USA, like all ThumperFab parts, as well as 3-stage powder coated, so we know that we have a long-standing coating that won't easily come off in the rigors of abuse we will throw its way. And just as a quick side note, these Nerfs look insanely cool, like take this thing to the next level cool, while adding massive practicality. Now while we're on the topic of body protection, ThumperFab sent us both front and rear winch bumpers, but these aren't just your standard bumpers. Up front, the ThumperFab UFORCE 1000 winch bumper is built for abuse. They claim it's the strongest winch-ready side-by-side bumper for the UFORCE on the market, and it's rated for up to a 6,500-pound winch. That is wild. Like the Nerfs, these bumpers are CNC laser cut from American-made steel. Now we can leave our stock winch on if we wanted to, as there's a removable plate for a fair lead in the stock location, or you can high mount a winch in the front opening. There's E-Trax slots in the bottom of the bumper to add in tie down for an E-Trax strap or D-rings, and you can also opt for the available built-in LED light bar, which obviously we did. That gains us a 12-inch dual row LED light bar with a beautiful recessed design, and also comes with a wiring harness. If you're buying this bumper, the light bar is a no-brainer as it's so integrated. Now I did say front and rear, didn't I? So let's take a look out back now, where there is no shortage of beef for this bumper either. Featuring the same CNC laser cutting from 3/16 inch as well as 1/8 inch steel, the rear winch bumper is ready to accept up to a 3,500-pound winch high and out of harm's way. The same 3-stage powder coating that's on the Nerfs and the front bumper can be found here as well, and built-in HD D-ring mounts for recovery and tie-down are all standard. 3-inch cube light ready cutouts are easy to add in lighting of your own, or you can just check the box and have ThumperFab throw in their own quad row LED lights already pre-installed with a wiring harness, and yes, we did check that box. They fit perfectly, come with the harness, and are ready to plug in, and they have a level of finish to the rear bumper that is next level, and functional when out overlanding. With this setup, we're ready for just about anything the outdoors can throw our way. Now the final part that ThumperFab sent our way is a really unique rear headache rack, but this headache rack has a trick up its sleeve. It's got a built-in winch. And again, you guessed it, CNC laser cut, American-made HD powder-coated steel, but where this rack deviates from the normal headache racks out there is the built-in and included 1,500-pound winch. Why a winch, you might ask? Well, As we aren't going to just use this for overlanding, but also as a portable hunt camp, the winch will allow us to haul any harvest into the rear box with ease and transport it back to the truck or camp for processing. Is it a flex for the buddies? Well, maybe, but tell me you've never wondered why someone doesn't put a winch on the back of a side-by-side for hauling things into the box. It's a smart design and very functional. The rack steel mesh is designed and ready for Rotopax accessories like tools and fuel, and there's MOLLE webbing for easy add-ons. You can also spec the rack with dual rear work lights if you want. Now, if you're anything like me, you're probably wondering, how come you didn't add winches to the front and rear bumpers when you installed them? And don't worry, I'm about to do that right now. Up front, we have a minty fresh Warn VRX 45S synthetic rope winch. The VRX has a load holding brake so you don't have to worry about the winch slipping out line. It's an all metal construction as well as it's durable and beefy, and the clutch design on the VRX series is now based off of the legendary Warn four-wheel drive locking hub design, which if you know anything about off-roading, you know that this is as durable as the day is long. The VRX 45 comes with the wiring as well as the dash-mounted rocker switch as well as a corded remote. Now out back we have the VRX 35S, which in every way but overall pulling power is identical to the 45S in specs. It's still IP68 waterproof rated to keep the elements out and has the same lifetime mechanical warranty and 3-year electrical warranty of the 45S. Now, while the standard synthetic rope included with the Warn winches are adequate, we wanted to make sure that we outfitted the overlanding rig with the best of the best, and so using Afraid Not Ropes products takes our recovery to the next level. Utilizing their Magnus line of Canadian-sourced and Canadian-made UHMWPE fiber winch lines, we're guaranteed a minimum brake strength of 9,500 pounds on their quarter-inch line. We also like to use their soft shackles that, even at a quarter-inch, are rated at 21,000 pounds minimum braking strength and a 7,000 pound working load limit. And for help in towing out buddies or pulling just about anything, the 2-inch aluminum hitch insert with 3/8 soft shackle is not just the perfect lightweight companion for an overland rig, but you'll soon learn that keeping it in your truck comes in incredibly handy as well, with a minimum braking strength of 39,000 pounds and a working load limit of 13,000 pounds. We also keep an Afraid Not kinetic energy rope handy, as the pull-out power of these ropes is incredible, helping us when we need that extra kinetic energy to help get something really stuck out. So I know with all this extra winching power, as well as the lights and all the future stuff that we're gonna put on here, I need to upgrade my battery. So Motovan sent me over yet another anti-gravity battery. This ATX30 with restart technology comes in at only 5.75 pounds in comparison to the stock 22-pound battery. Yeah, you're saving over 16 pounds of weight, but it's not really the weight that's the biggest benefit. The restart technology means that this lithium-ion battery has an actual jump starter built right in. And for our overland use, that's a huge benefit. I can accidentally drain the battery and all I have to do is push the jump start button and boom, I'm back in business. This battery features 880 cranking amps and can be mounted in any orientation I want. I also received a Noco Gen Pro 10x2 onboard battery charger, maintainer, and desulfator. Right now, I only have one onboard battery, but with all the power needs and the future ones to come, it's always smart to have a battery maintainer like this on board. It's waterproof, works with traditional lead acid or lithium batteries, and will not just charge batteries, it'll recover them all the way down to 0 volts. With overlanding in mind, being able to plug in our rig and know the batteries will be tip-top anytime we set out, it's good for peace of mind. Motovan also hooked me up with a bunch of quad lock accessories for my cell phone, from a weatherproof wireless charger mount to my specific phone case with built-in quad lock to vibration dampeners and quad lock mag rings. While we want to get away from it all, overlanding in peace, having things like onX maps available and handy in front of us are pretty important. And the fact that the quad lock is so secure and sturdy means we don't have to worry about it falling off and going missing. You know, this might be the most parts that I have ever put onto a vehicle, and quite possibly the biggest transformation that I have ever seen here at Dirt Trax. And the next time that you see this overland rig, it's going to be wrapped and ready to go. I'm going to take it out, put it to the test, use it as an overland rig, and my wilderness camping hub.